Hey, Herman, you ready? Hey, bud.
Mr. Sergio.
Just last name.
Page 2.
Alcala, come up. Speak English?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, Farmer.
Morning, Judge.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Mr. Alcala, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Anything, any prior D.W.Is, anything?
No, yeah, no BAC .10 accidents.
Any alcohol in the car?
No alcohol in the car, Your Honor.
Okay.
No.
Get it, Mr. License?
Eligible.
Got it. Mr. Alcala, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You'll go into custody. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to have to put you in jail, but understand that these are bond conditions. They're there for a reason. Just don't violate and all will be fine. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Herman. If he tells me that he cannot get a hold of you, then I am going to revoke your bond as well. Just stay in touch with him and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. For now, we'll have you sign a reset. We'll get you with Frank for your bond conditions. And after that, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Please. You want to waive PC, Herman?
Yes, sir.
Michael, do you have an arraignment?
No, wait.
Okay, thank you. Bottom of 22, Judge. Malloy, come on up.
Hey, good morning. Wow, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's good.
How are you?
I'm trying to.
What page?
22, Judge. Bottom.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It is elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Any prior D.W.Is, license, anything aggravating?
Her license right now.
Please.
Her license is eligible.
Okay.
No criminal history. There was a crash, Your Honor, but I believe it was a single vehicle crash.
Okay, there's no alcohol in the car?
No alcohol.
Okay. Ms. Malloy, I'm going to find, well, I'm not going to find probable cause, but did you want to waive probable cause, counsel? Okay, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand?
Yes.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license. You must also maintain liability insurance in your name. If you don't have it, then likewise do not drive. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Clark and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Stay in touch with him. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you, I will revoke it. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So we'll just have you sign a reset. You'll get running for your bond conditions and then you're free to go.
Dr. Matterson, but you got to track my, on the PC, would you look at the PC for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Do you want to go ahead and?
Yes, Your Honor. On March 28, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a crash at the 1000 block of West Loop South. Officer at the scene stated defendant was in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the vehicle on. Defendant also stated she was operating the vehicle, but stated she did not hit anything and that the tire had just popped. Defendant stated she was coming from an influencer party. She had 4 shots of tequila, 1.5 to 2 hours before the accident. Officer observed slurred speech, the mild odor of alcoholic beverage, and defendant to be swaying back and forth. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. 6 out of 6 HBN, 3 out of 8 walking through, and 3 out of 4 one leg stand. DIC was read and defendant provided a breath sample. Results are 0.177 and 0.179.
Okay, I think that there's sufficient probable cause. So we'll have you sign all of the documents and after that you'll be free to go. All right.
Thank you.
I
I
don't,
was concerned about the wheeling, but.
yeah, I think there's sufficient. So I don't care what party you go to, do not use. Do you understand? Okay, good luck, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
That's fine. All right, Judge. Next is page 23. Go ahead and sign. May, come on up. 23 and 24.
Okay, sure.
Did you want probable cause heard or did you want to waive it? Any prior D.W.I,
No prior D.W.I, Your Honor.
license?
Your license is not eligible.
Okay. Alcohol in the car?
No alcohol in the vehicle, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. May, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause. Well, I'm not going to find probable cause, but I am ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive. You do not have a Texas driver license, and I am ordering you not to drive. That is a condition of your bond, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is a promise and that you're going to swear to us that you're not going to drive. There's nothing in this life that you can justify getting into a car and drive. You do. It's really just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Likewise, if I find that you do, and I don't care what the reason is, you will go into custody. This is not a revolving door. If I have to put you in jail, you pick up a new case, you endanger my public, I will make your bond high. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You now stand charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with failure to stop and give information. On both of those, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. If he tells him he cannot get a hold of you, likewise, your bond gets revoked. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll have you sign all your documents and then you'll be free to go. Thanks, counsel.
Next is page 20, Lázaro Reyes.
Did you want to wait PC or did you want to hear it? Wait, okay. Any prior to DWI's license?
No priors, Your Honor, and his license is eligible.
Okay. Anything aggravating?
There was an accident, Your Honor, there's no alcohol.
That's it. Okay. Mr. Lázaro Reyes, I am awarding you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, or you're driving without a license and or insurance, then I will put you in jail. There will be no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they tell me they cannot get a hold of you, likewise, your bond will get revoked. For now, we'll have you sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Yes, standard condition. Standard condition.
Standard, yeah.
Bottom of one, Aguilar.
Mr. Aguilar, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Any prior to DWI's license and
No priors, Your Honor. His driver's license is eligible, and there wasn't open here.
okay. Mr. Aguilar, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock on it. If I find that you drive a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. I'm sending notice to DPS in Austin so that every police officer in the state knows that they pull you over and whatever car you're driving doesn't have an interlock, they're going to take you to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Victoria Center reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. Don't use alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand? I'm going to test you. If you use, you will, there's only one place. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking to split the atom. If you're going to drive, you must have liability insurance as well. If you don't have insurance, then likewise, no driving.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to warn you again. We'll have you sign everything and then you'll be on your way. Please.
All right, Judge, next is page 6, Bell.
So, hey,
Bell.
Victoria,
Yes,
on that one, can you generate, please?
All right.
You said this is Miss Alexis? What's your last name, ma'am?
Bell.
Bell, that's right, Bell.
Top of the page.
Ma'am, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Where is this allegedly from?
Target.
Okay, stop. You're not allowed to talk to her, please. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to go to any target whatsoever for any reason. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand, man? You were on bond for a theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You understand? This is a condition of your bond. This is not, you have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say, they're going to just try to use it to prove your guilt. Nothing you say at this point is going to change anything that's happening at this time. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Are you working at this time? So I just want to know if you have the ability to hire a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, we are going to give you time. In the interim, do not go to any target. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not if, may, no. You go, I will revoke your bond. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset. We will have you take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. Once you sign those conditions, at that point, you'll be free to go. And when you come back, please have a lawyer, okay? Please. That way.
Does that state the bond condition?
Yeah. So is that you or? Oh, please.
Right this way. All right, Judge, bottom of 7, Brown, come on up.
Mr. Brown, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of any weapons. There's a protective order that has been issued and you need to get to know it. Shh. If you violate this protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. That's one of the worst misdemeanor cases that you can pick up. Do you understand? Yes or no? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? You do?
No.
How do you support yourself? How old are you, sir? Where are you a full-time student? Okay, how do you eat? You still need money, you still need it. Okay. For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions ready for you. I'll have you meet with a lawyer here momentarily. Mr. Brown, I don't care what you need to do in this life. I don't care that you have kids. If you endanger my public, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond high. I don't know who you have in this life, but if you don't have anyone to pony up 10 to 20,000 and you'll be stuck like Chuck in our jail. Do you understand? This is not a revolving door. I'll have you sign a reset and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. No contact and no.
Yes.
All right, Judge, bottom of 10, Dixon, come on up.
Take a seat for me in the jury box, man. We need to reach out to Carl. This case is 450 days old. She's been MIA multiple times.
Top of 12, Pereira.
Okay, are you?
Yeah,
Great. Have you filed an attorney record yet?
Judge, I got hired on this last night, so I'll file one right now.
Got it. Okay. Do you want to hear probable cause? You want to waive it?
I'll hear it.
Mr. Ferreira, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It is elevated. You speak English, correct? It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Okay.
On August 16, 2025, in Harris County, officer responded to a crash on Turner Drive. Officer observed a Metro bus and Honda Accord. The wheel witness, the Metro bus driver, advised that the defendant rolled through a red light and hit the passenger side of the bus. Wheel witness advised he observed the defendant to be asleep. Officer observed the defendant in the driver's seat, keys in the ignition, motor vehicle in neutral. The defendant had a strong odor of alcoholic beverage in his breath, watery bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and was disoriented and using the car for support. Defendant vomited twice in the patrol vehicle and as well in the ambulance, and officer observed an unholstered firearm in the console. SFSTs were not able to be performed due to defendant losing consciousness. A blood search warrant was executed. The result was .23.
Oof. Any prior to DWIs?
No, Judge.
That's really high. Mr. Farrer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition or interlock on it. If I find that you drive a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
Does he have a license to drive?
He does, Your Honor. He's eligible.
You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid liability insurance. You must maintain car insurance if you're named. If you don't have it, then no driving as well.
Your Honor, he drives a CDL, and he drives his personal vehicle very little. Basically, he's on the road all the time in the 18-wheeler.
These circumstances really scare me. Jose.
Yeah, no, I know that, Judge, but I'm not saying that to not give him an interlock, but I don't think there's a way for him to put it in the 18-wheeler. Could we do a portable device instead? Because he's not, I mean, there are going to be, 5-6 days in a row when he's not going to touch his car at all. So it's going to get
So
knocked out.
let's do this. I'm going to put a scram so I know that he's not,
Okay,
and I'll pay for it.
all right.
But if I find that you're consuming any illegal drugs, and it includes painkillers, weed, anything, I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to make your bond high. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't care who you have next to you. You endanger my city. I'm going to go bananas on your bond. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
All right. I'll have you sign a reset. We'll have you get with Veronica for your paperwork. So we're going to file guardian interlock paperwork. So, if he gets stopped, I don't know what's going to happen with an officer. So
Can we write an exception into it for his work vehicle?
I don't know how we're going to do that. Just think of something and then we'll talk.
Can we just add it to his bond conditions and then he can have his bond conditions with him?
I don't know. Let me talk to Ramon and see how we can figure it out.
Okay.
But I don't feel comfortable with all this. And he's got a CDL. It scares me to think that he's going to be driving a 10,000-pound missile regarding this. And it
He's got a
scares
criminal
me.
history though, Judge. I
But this is, really just,
understand.
all right, let me have you sign all your paperwork and then we'll have you meet with Veronica for your bond conditions.
Okay.
But I'm okay with that fact, but he's got to have a scram first and then we can
Okay.
bypass that requirement.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
All right, Judge, bottom of 12, Fialo.
I am his legal guardian against my state, his IDD and all these things.
Or do you have actual paperwork stating that
I
it's,
do have it, I have a picture on my phone, did not bring the paperwork on me, I'm sorry.
do you speak English, Mr. Fialos? Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney appointed. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, go slow, please.
On March 28th, in Harris County, officer dispatched to an activity call at an apartment complex. 5 calls were made to 911 after 10 p.m. that night. And upon arrival, the defendant was throwing items inside the apartment, turned his attention to his mother, and smacked her arm with an open hand, causing pain and redness on her forearm. The complaining witness advised she felt pain.
He had a prior assault about a year ago. Is this the same complaining witness?
It is, Judge, yeah.
Mr. Fialos, I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Ms. Fialos as a protected individual. Your mother is now protected with this court order. You cannot have any contact with her. You understand?
He doesn't have nowhere to go. He stays with me, sir.
Sorry.
I do take him. He does stay with me. I am his mom.
Oh, you are a mom.
I am.
And we're going to have, so let's do this.
I am working with the Harris Centers, trying to find him placement due to his behavioral issues. We had he's also with medication regimen. It's been kind of very hard. We've had pneumonia after 2 straight months with some work out on December 5th. Has been unable to get, back on a regimen, and has been just off the hinges. I am his only parent. His father is deceased, biological father deceased, that father also deceased. So I am the only one that cares for him. And I devote all my time to him and care for him. So at this point, I am just asking, I don't know, the courts can help me with him.
Let's do this. I'll appoint you a lawyer today, ma'am, but what scares me is that there's violent history.
Right.
And
Aggressivity.
and it seems to keep continuing.
Right.
How do we,
I know, it becomes, I get it.
so let's do this. Let me have you, I'm going to have him take a seat in the jury box for now. I'll have you just take a seat, and then let me find him a lawyer, and then I'll hook you guys up, and then we'll figure out how to go forward. You're okay. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen.
This is gonna be good.
All right. Don't worry. You're fine.
No, it's just gonna he's not gonna do things you're gonna put him in jail.
All right. You can stay with mom. Don't worry.
He
Don't,
doesn't go by himself.
it's okay. You can stay with mom. Just don't leave. Okay? Vic, please.
Next is Docket 13, Foster, come on up.
Mr. Foster, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. I don't see a protective order that's been issued. Do you see it? Yeah. Okay, Mr. Foster, I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies Ms. Whitty as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code. This is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. If you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of a protective order against you. That's the capital murder of misdemeanors. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact and not to be in possession of any weapons while this case is open. Violate said conditions, don't. I will revoke your bond. I'm going to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what color you are. You understand? No contact means no contact at all. We were going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Do you mind filing those conditions, please? I'm going to have you sign a reset, then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Once we get all the conditions, we'll have you sign it. When you get a lawyer, then we can do it. But, all right. Please, let me have you sign your docs and then we'll get you in. So no contact, no weapons, and then no weapons.
Yes, sir.
Or I think we already have it, right?
Yes, and it's taken down.
Mhm.
I put it in your.
Does this say no contact on it? Or do I need to add?
You have to add the number.
I have to add it. Ms. Gonzalez, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On March 28th, Harris County officer was dispatched regarding an assault call. Officer made contact with the reportee, the defendant, who refused to cooperate. and was verbally abusive towards the officers. Officer detected a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and slurred speech from the defendant. Officer attempted to obtain the defendant's information from her mother inside the residence, but the defendant began to force himself in between and place her phone in the officer's face, asking them to identify themselves. Defendant was asked to step outside so officers can get information, but she refused. As the defendant was detained, the defendant began to resist by pulling away and swinging her arm in the air. The defendant's mother advised the defendant was assaulting her boyfriend outside the residence and advised that he was injured and had a laceration on his head, but left the scene before officers arrived.
What was she doing wrong initially that would prompt them to begin an investigation?
So they dispatched the assault call, and when they were trying to get information from the mother inside the residence, she put herself in between the officer and the mother. Placed her phone in the officer's face, asked them to identify themselves, was asked to step outside, and continued to refuse to do so. And then when she was detained, she was pulling away and swinging her arm.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm not going to put any conditions on you. Just be careful. Do not pick up any new cases. You understand? You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
No.
How are you supporting yourself?
I work as a bartender.
Okay. Now, how much do you make monthly?
No, it's just, good days and bad days.
Well, I need to know, so we can have you fill, no. I'll have you fill out an application and I need to know everything about you. If you just put zeros, I'm going to send it right back to you. I need to know how much money you have coming in, any other sources of income, cars, anything of this nature, and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. You have to meet the guideline. So let me have you sign a reset. Victoria will give you an application, then I'll have you take your signature. Deputy, do you mind? You got it.
No. All right, Judge, next is topic 16. Huh?
Good morning, Mr. Hawk. Sir, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand?
Yes.
Do you need a lawyer today? I mean, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay, I'll appoint you a lawyer today, but you must show up to court. You must stay in contact with your lawyer. If you do not, I will revoke your bond. This is not a revolving door. You will not get PR bond after PR bond. You understand? Okay. Victoria,
Yes, Judge.
do you mind appointing him an attorney now? And then we'll just,
Free trial bond condition?
I'm going to no alcohol, no drugs, random testing. So I'm going to have you sign a reset. We'll have you take your seat in the jury box and then I'll find you a lawyer here momentarily. Come on.
Right this way. All right, Judge, next is page 26, Montoya, come on up.
Morning, Judge.
Are you here for Mr. Nuna?
I am, Judge.
Did you want to wait to see or do you want to hear
It's an upper district.
it? Okay. Hey, anything that we need to know about, Marla? This is Miss Montoya.
Particular, Your Honor, no accident, no alcohol, no container vehicle,
License,
running bills, if they're not, Your Honor.
please. Miss Montoya, you're charged with, you speak English, correct?
Yes.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to six months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. As long as you're not using, all will be fine. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in touch with them. They'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If you're going to drive, you must have liability insurance in your name. If you do not, then no driving. That is also a condition. You understand?
Her license is eligible, Your Honor.
Great. For now, we'll just have you sign a reset. We'll have you sign your conditions and then you're out. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Daniel.
This way.
Nicolette, come up, ma'am.
Go ahead and sign for your refund.
Ma'am, you are charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Who's the complaining witness in this case, please?
Complaining witness is the homeowner, Your Honor. Defendant is the complainant's son's ex-girlfriend.
Okay, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of any weapons. You are not allowed to go where they live or where they work. Do you understand? If you violate these conditions, if you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Like I've been telling everyone here, this is not a revolving door. You endanger my account, it's just not going to go well for you. You understand? How old are you, ma'am? Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. Deputy's going to give you an application. I need to know everything about you, what kind of income you have coming in, sources of income, and then I'll see whether you qualify. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, then we'll have you take your seat in the Xerox and we'll have you fill it out. Please.
This way.
And then if you can, no contact, no weapons.
Yes, sir.
Next victim.
Bottom of 30. Reyes, come on up.
You are Mr. Reyes. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Any prior DWIs, license, anything aggravating?
His license is eligible, Your Honor. No prior DWIs. There was a crash, but there's no alcohol in the vehicle.
Got it. Mr. Reyes, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license. You must also maintain liability insurance in your name. If you don't have it, then likewise, no driving. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Who?
Oh, Judge, he just signed on, Ruben.
Okay, let's do this. Let me have you sign a reset. We'll get you conditions so you can have all the paperwork ready to go. And then we'll just have you wait for Ruben to show up. As soon as he shows up, then we'll go forward. Please.
All right, Judge, top of 32, Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. Anything aggravating?
Nothing aggravating, Your Honor. Your Honor, he was doing donuts in a pit of 100 to 120 vehicles and coming close to 17.
Got it. Does he have a license to drive?
I'm running his license right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sanchez, as a condition of your bond, you're ordered not to participate in these types of activities. Again, no racing, reckless driving, donuts, street takeovers. If you do, first, I will put you in jail. Then I will take your ability to drive away while this case is open. Do you understand?
His license is eligible, Your Honor.
Great. How old are you, sir?
19.
What do you do for a living? Why?
I got fired from my own.
How are you supporting yourself? Okay. That is a job, but you need a full-time job.
Yeah, I'm working. Trying to create a fire.
Good. That would be great because you can make a boatload of money and that's what this life is about. The more money, the more fun this life is. You know what I mean? Right. All right. I'm going to have deputy give you an application. I need to know everything about you. We're going to, whether you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer, I'll have you sign a reset and we'll have you take your seat in jury box and we get your bond conditions. And then after that, we'll have you talk to a lawyer. Come on.
Thank you.
And then if you can file those conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Judge, counsel's approaching for page 13. Gomez, come on up.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
What's up, man?
I'm good. Yeah,
Did you want to waive PC?
we can waive PCs, first and DWI, no accident, BAC.
Anything you need to know about?
No alcohol on the vehicle, Your Honor. His driver's license is eligible and no prior DWIs.
Got it. All right, Mr. Gomez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated and is elevated to Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you're using, you will go to jail because I will revoke your bond. Do you understand? You're not allowed to drive unless you also have liability insurance. You must maintain car insurance. If you don't have it, then likewise, no driving. For now, we'll have you sign all the documents and then we'll have you get out.
Thanks, Judge.
Have fun.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Judge, that's it.
Any THAs?
Yes, Judge. Gomez, right this way.
Hi, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Come on up.
Come on, John.
Good morning. Just the last name of your client.
Sir,
Just the last name of your client.
Hewlett.
I'm just pronouncing all this down there.
Hewlett.
Page 16, 17.
You make that jacket in 52.
Hewlett, come up. Mr. Hewlett, you're on bond for D.W.I. You've now picked up a new case. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You're charged with assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
On March 29th, 2026, officer was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family disturbance call. Complainant advised that there was an argument with her husband, the defendant, that defendant began to strike complainant on her torso area multiple times with a closed hand, causing her to feel pain and discomfort. When she tried to call 911,
And then what?
when he tried to call 911, he took her both ways.
Got it. He's lucky he's not charged with another one. Mr. Hewlett, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on the new case. I told you not to pick up a new case. You've now picked up a new case. I'm now going to revoke your bond of the D.W.I. Sorry. Deputy, he goes with you.
For me, Your Honor.
Sure.
Do we get the bond increased?
No. You're going to jail. You picked up a new case. I told you not to endanger my city. There's one place for you, and that's the only place I got. I'm not asking him to split the atom here. You endanger my city, and I told you once. He'll let her know.
Thank you, sir.
So I'll set the bond on, I'm not going to touch the assault, but I'm going to, at 5,001 for the D.W.I.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Maybe we visit later on, so once I get, I just got.
Sure, absolutely. But I mean, he's going in. He
Yes.
picked up a new case. I mean, I'm not going to,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
thanks.
Yeah.
Morning, Mr. Banks. Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
Okay, what are you doing about that?
Going.
All right, we'll give you, you don't need to say anything else. We'll give you more time. If you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll have you sign a reset. We'll get you out of here. When you come back, please have a lawyer. Hey, you ready?
Hi.
Morning. Okay.
Yeah, second. Last one was in 15. Blue on the 1.163. Actually,
Cortez, come up. Do you speak English, sir?
Yes. So I think it'd be helpful. We can help, but it might be helpful for legalese if we had a translator. Is that possible?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You got to give me a little bit of time to get one, but yeah.
I didn't.
Well, but I need him.
We were under the impression there was some conditions, and so I just wanted to make sure. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna sit down, but I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
So I'll stay.
Can you call a translator? Vic,
Judge, I have another THA.
come on. Bring it.
Top of 23, Manuel, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Manuel. Do you have a lawyer here? What are you doing about that?
Well, I had lost my dog in this case, so I,
When is the last time you've had a full-time job? So how are you supporting yourself now?
so,
How are you supporting yourself now?
my mom.
It's time for you to step it up, and you need to get a full-time job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and now 14. Have you had a court-appointed lawyer on every single one of those cases? Mr. Manuel, it's time for you to get a J-O-B. That is a condition. Do you understand? I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get a job. 30, 40 applications. If you've done nothing, you understand. Deputy, do you mind giving him an application, please? And then back in 2 weeks. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you, hold on. As a condition of your bond, you were ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand me? I'm telling you now, I will test you within 30 days. You understand? All right. So, Veronica, testing, let's do 40 days. He gets tested. Carson, what was the last name?
Cortez.
Cortez?
Just to be on the safe side.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you waiving PC or do you want to hear PC? You waiving?
With an independent saw a minor accident, and he was there, they didn't go off, it was driving test. You can review it, by all means.
I don't care. It's up to you. It's up-
Have him read it.
All right, well, Mr. Cortez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, shh, can or will be used against you. It's like a zoo in here. I mean, what the hell?
On March 27th, around 1:30 in the morning, officer in Harris County observed a motor vehicle with front end damage and a flat tire in the ditch on the south side of the roadway with headlights and taillights on.
Hold on.
Officer approached.
Go ahead.
Officer approached, observed the defendant in the driver's seat. 18-wheeler on scene. Advised that the motor vehicle jumped the curb, landing in the ditch. Officer observed the defendant to have a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, red watery eyes, slurred speech. The defendant admitted to having 5 Coronas. SFST performed 6 out of 6 HGN, 6 out of 8 walking turn, 3 out of 4 leveling stand. DIC was read and the breath test conducted. Result for 0.169 and 0.163.
Mr. Cortez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Does he have a license to drive?
There's no driver's license on file.
You are not allowed to drive. You do not have a Texas driver license. You will sign a promise with me today, Mr. Cortez. I don't care what you have to do in this life. If you do not have a Texas driver license, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will get a portable device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to us that you're not consuming alcohol. If you do, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand? Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it's your responsibility to stay in touch with Carson. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will revoke your bond. Understand that I'm sending notice to DPS in Austin. Every police officer in this state knows if they pull you over, whatever car you're driving doesn't have an airlock and you don't have a license, they're going to take you to jail.
Yes, sir.
For now, we'll have you go sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your paperwork, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, guys. Hi, Mr. D.
Good morning.
You ready?
I have a plea on Mr. Smith.
I'm ready when you are.
Yes, sir. Mr. Smith, step forward, please.
Good morning, Mr. Smith. Sir, you're charged with resisting arrest. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 12 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. You understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? Are you guilty of this offense? Are you sure? I mean, you sound kind of wishy-washy, because understand this is a lifetime event that you do today. This is not Target where you can return it because you don't like it. I mean, once you plead guilty, it stays like this forever. You can never change it. Are you sure you want to do this? Your other option is you can, go to trial. But it's up to you. You tell me. Okay. I'm finding you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. I will send it to this. I'm going to waive your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right. Take care.
Sit up here.
I will be patient.
All right, Mr. Smart, do you have a lawyer today? Have you looked to try to get a lawyer? What have you done? No, you're not answering my question. Have you done any research to go hire a lawyer? What have you done? That's not enough. You may need to talk to 10, you may need to talk to 20, you may need to talk to 30. 99% of the lawyers here in Harris County will put you on a payment plan for a couple $100 a month. They'll represent you. When you're talking to 1 or 2, we don't give lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. I have a very limited number. You have to actually qualify. If I get a mother in here that's 6 kids destitute, just trying to put clothes on their back, and I'm at my last one, then you know what I mean? So if you're willing, if you're able and capable, then, so we're going to give you more time. I'll have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset.
All right, Judge, next is 35 Stapleton.
Good morning, Mr. Stapleton. Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir. I was going to ask for a lawyer. I was trying to get a lawyer.
Doesn't matter how much money it's the people of Harris County don't get to pay for a lawyer for you just because you spend beyond your means wearing a $500 Versace shirt and drawers. You know what I mean? Right. Great. But nevertheless, if you're wearing $5,000, people of Harris County are not going to pay for a lawyer for you, dude. Just people of Harris County are not going to pay because you spend beyond your means. This life is not how much money you make. If you make 5 million, but you spend 6 million. So, we will give you more time. 99% of lawyers here will put you on a payment plan. If you ask for a couple $100 a month, then they'll represent you.
I got.
How many? Hold on.
I got a lot of calls going on.
Remember what I said.
I wasn't sending on shit. Yeah, that's what.
I get it, Mr. Stapleton. This is number 1, 2, 3. How many port-appointed lawyers have you had prior to? Right? Yeah. So now so we will give you more time. You need to start interviewing 10, 20, 30, and right?
I'm not sure.
How many lawyers have you spoken to?
It's not that, it's just my job. I work for the Fugitive. It's like.
How much money do you make a month?
It's not.
Don't you know exactly how much money? Don't play games.
You're not said.
How much?
I'm working with ships.
How much money do you?
Sometimes I might make $4,000 a month. Sometimes I might make $2,000 a month. Sometimes I might make $22 a month. So it depends on.
You know exactly how much money do you make? How much money do you make a month?
I'm telling you, I don't have no set.
So let's do this. I'll send you home with an application. I need you to go to your bank account and you need to go every month. And then I need to know the average on what you make last 6 months. But we don't give lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You have to actually qualify, meaning that you're making $15,800 a year. That's the federal poverty guideline, you know? So I just want to follow the law. That's all I want to do. I'm not. Right. Okay. We'll send you home with an application. When you come back, let me know, and then we'll go from there. But I'm telling you, we have to follow the federal poverty guideline.
No, I'm unemployment.
I hope you're not working and collecting unemployment, because that's not. All right. Stop. Don't say anything else. We'll give you the information. Go home, fill it out, and then come back and then you show me. But I need to know on average what you were making a month, what you bring in at home. If you're making $4,000 a month, $6,000 a month, and this is a document you're going to swear to, do not lie on it. All right, come on. Ready?
Yes.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey.
Over Blanco for tomorrow's Dallas judgment.
Okay.
So we have 2 others that are setting court 6. There is, I believe the court 6 one is older.
That's fine. Just go ahead, reset it. I need to do my taxes anyways.
So.
No, I think I'm gonna take tomorrow off. I gotta do my taxes.
You're just gonna do day today?
Yeah, just do 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Hi, Clyde. Okay.
We had the AOR on Thursday. I was looking at a certain issue. The officer.
None of that concerns me. What concerns me is how old the case is. You're now at 170 days. It's clear trial time. So I need to know what you want to do.
Well, they just put an offer in. He speaks a really strange dialect of something from Afghanistan. I've got a translator here. I can meet with him.
Okay.
And such thing.
Okay, but like, I don't want you to come back in a week and say, okay, we want to apply for PTI. We need another 30 days.
He'll already be in. That's what he's going to do.
So I'll give you a week. If you want to do the PTI, are they approved? Do they need a mitigation packet?
No, there's no mitigation packet required. It's a point one breath test case, no accident.
Okay.
I just talked to them about that. And they can also put a time served offer as of today on this as well.
Okay, so if we'll give you a week, in that week, come back, let us know if you want to accept the offer. If you want to do the PTI, it's got to be submitted.
Right.
And then we'll send them for a TRAS on that time. Okay? Okay.
We just read the arraignment with the interpreter. Page 29. Bam, just yes, all done this.
Yeah, I saw.
It's okay. We'll hit you up next, Mike. Don't worry.
All right.
Good morning, Mr. Pham.
Yeah.
You were charged with failure to stop and give information. Shh.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Can you hear better now?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor.
You're charged with failure to stop and give information. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You understand the charges against you.
Yes, Your Honor, but how can I answer that?
You don't need to. This is why you have a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
The lawyer will answer for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you want to waive PC or do you want to hear it?
We wait to see that.
Okay. Does Mr. Pham have a license to drive?
Auto insurance. We'll see that's from.
Is eligible.
Okay. Mr. Pham, you are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license. You must also maintain liability insurance in your name. If you do not have car insurance, then you are not allowed to drive. This is a condition of your bond. If you violate this condition, I will revoke your bond and I will put you in jail. Likewise, do not pick up any more criminal cases.
Yes.
Lastly, you must stay in contact with your lawyer.
Yes.
I will waive your appearance so you do not have to waste your time coming to court. And he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For now, we will have you sign a reset. I will have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign those conditions, at that point, you will be free to go.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
have any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Will he need to service as the interpreter or can I do the translate the bond conditions?
No, I'm okay with you. The only other time we will need him is if there's a plea so that there's no conflict at that point. But other than that, I mean, from now on, I'm welcome with you interpreting so we don't have to. Yeah, okay, thanks. All right, Mr. Drew, you were placed on probation for driving while intoxicated. Is it true or untrue that you have violated that probation?
It's true, Your Honor.
I'm going to find that it's true. I'm now going to revoke your probation. It will reflect as a conviction on your record. And I don't know how many others you may have, but a third D.W.I, it's a felony offense and you'll be facing up to 10 years in prison. I don't know, you made this, if this is number one, number two, I have no idea, number three, but this is an enhanceable offense. So if you continue to pick them up, at some point you'll hit a felony offense and you're looking at years instead of days. I am going to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
So 33 credit for 7 and then 1 year driver license suspension and then, okay, Michael, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. It's case number 26.
Oh. I just did the first one, so it's less work. Yeah. One second, let me sign this real quick. Okay, what is it?
2613724. How's your pass over long line?
Great. What, did they change this thing now?
Yes, yeah.
So where do I put the cost?
Oh, right there, like I said, it should be.
The value? Okay, all right, Michael, what is it?
2613724.
Larios.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the word?
Oh, I don't think that there's probable cause here, Your Honor, but I'll let the state do their. I mean, if you want me to tell you what they all.
No.
didn't write it, I can.
Is it on docket today?
No, it's not for Friday, but I figured since I'm here today.
I want to do it the right way.
Okay.
Bring your client here and then we'll get it done. I want to arraign them. I want to do everything the right way, just like everybody else. I know. Yeah. I'm happy to do it if
We
you
can
want to.
OPC it on Friday.
Okay, happy, or if you want to do it earlier, bring them earlier and then we can do it early. It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
Maybe we can do it tomorrow.
No, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I gotta do my taxes.
Well, never mind.
But Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, you pick
Sounds
it.
great. Thank you.
Okay. Hi.
I'm approaching on Yana Williams. She's in custody.
Okay.
I'm approaching to see if you would consider lowering the bond in this case. Her booking date was 3/25, so she's been in custody for about a week. Well, that was correct. And I have reached an agreement with the state where they are willing to offer a kind of informal PTI where she's actively searching for employment weekly. And then if she does a job, they'll dismiss the case and at least over the next 3 months, if you would be willing to let her out.
Well, you said a bond reduction.
I'm
That's,
sorry, I'd ask for a personal bond.
I've given her already too. She doesn't show
I
up.
do understand that, Judge. I just, with this new deal, I thought I would reapproach.
But I understand, right, but we're gonna keep doing the same thing? Etch, can you bring out Miss Etch? Can you bring out Miss Williams, please? Does she have any criminal history?
No criminal history, Your Honor.
What is your position? What do you think?
I do have a concern about her not coming back.
Duh.
If we, if
Well, Judge,
Of course.
every time she didn't come to court, that was before I was her attorney. So now that I'm involved,
I'm
I
not,
believe we're
You know,
making positive progress.
I understand, but I still have concern.
Absolutely, Judge, I understand. And as I was kind of speaking with the state, I really do want to be a part of the solution here.
So tell me, have you met with her long? Who does she have in her life? Who is she gonna?
She is currently living with her uncle. She's unemployed. She is pregnant. And so like I said, I think her getting a job and being able to support herself is absolutely going to put her on a more promising trajectory. I will get the uncle's information. I will make sure I'm in contact with him.
Yeah, before we do anything, if I want to know that she's got a, like, I'm not going to take her word.
No, I understand that, Judge, and
Reach out to them and see.
understand. And she does not know about the new pretrial intervention deal, but the pretrial intervention deal is contingent upon you releasing
Sure,
her.
of course.
So I just thought I'd approach first.
How's jail? You know, the funny thing is that it would only cost $500, maybe even less, to get you out. You got to know that every time you go to jail, even if it's 100 bones, no one's going to get you out. Your lawyer's asking me to give you a PR bond. We have given you once a PR bond. You failed to appear. We gave you another PR bond, and yet again failed to appear. She's now gotten you a deal where if you just get a job, they will dismiss this theft case against you. Well, why would we give you another PR bond? History tells us what you're going to do.
I just started in school. I had to pick up around with friends.
Uh-huh. Really?
Mama picked me out. I was homeless at the time. I just got back to school. I live in my and I just got back to school.
Why'd she kick you out? She asked you to clean the floor? Did she ask you to do something that pissed you off? And then you end up on the street? How are the streets? Is it better than living at your mom's house? Yeah, let me tell you, the streets don't get easier. The older you get, life doesn't get easier. You don't get more beautiful the older you get. It's the reverse. You lose hair. You start to, your body doesn't metabolize like it used to, so you start to go this way. It happened to me. I lose hair. I don't get smarter the older I get. Same thing. You have your youth now because you're young, but you're not going to have it forever. And the more conviction you have on your record, is it going to help? If you want help from the state, you think they're going to give it to you with a bunch of convictions on your record? You think anyone's going to give you a job if you have a theft on your record? No, because you're a thief. People will think to themselves, if I hire this person, what's going to happen? She's going to steal from me. Why am I going to give her a job? How old are you now? Miss Williams, the street is going to eat you alive. If you stay there, you're going to do stuff you never knew or never think you would have to do just to get something to eat. It's not a good thing. If we let you out, where are you going to go? You know that this person will take you? What do you think, Arwa?
I will post the PR bond if she asks to show.
I thought I would be.
And with this PTI agreement, the PTI agreement being introduced direct.
And so everyone can make good.
Look, talk to uncle, make sure she has a place to stay. I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle because I don't trust you. And I'm telling you now, you already have two. If you ever take off on me again, I will not give you another one. You take off again, it's going to be there until who knows when. And these cases could take damn near 9 months just to get a 911 tape.
Okay.
Do you understand? I'm not going to play this game again with you. You will be expected to work. You're not allowed to use alcohol. You're not allowed to use dope, and you will have a curfew because nothing good happens for a 17-year-old at 2 a.m. out. You stay out past 9 o'clock, it's not going to go well for you. You understand? You have one more shot. All you have to do is get a job, and they'll dismiss this case. I don't know how much easier it could possibly be. Do you understand this, Williams? All we want you to do is not end up like another statistic or another woman have to rely on a man. Men suck in this world. You need to be a strong woman with a head on her shoulders so you don't have to rely on anyone for money, because this, if you have enough of it, will get you all the money in this world. That and this, if you have the heart, you can do anything in this life. But now you're at a critical state where you're either going to go this way or you're going to go that way. And now you're only headed which way? Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, but first I want to know that you've gotten a hold of him, verify it, do a GPS prior to release with a 9 p.m. curfew. And then let's revisit in a week and see how it goes,
Thank you, Judge.
if you're able to verify it. Okay?
Will it be for morning time, 9 p.m. to
6, yes, whatever.
Thank you.
You make me proud. That's all I want. Hey.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So,
Mike, with the weekend.
hi, Elena.
How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Just the last name of your client, please.
D.W.I.
Okay.
I'm approaching on the phone.
Great state of Texas.
So I'll preface this by saying that the demanding jurisdiction wanted this court to oppose a bond, but I told them realistically likely to go on. There's one in Allen Parish in Louisiana for worthless checks, but it is a significant amount. It's 60,000.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Holy moly.
So for 10 checks, the warrant's for 2020. So because of the age of the case and the amount is that I would request a reasonable bond, that being 20,000, but also I don't know if counsel has anything to say about his ability to self-surrender. So we're kind of.
Where's this person?
It's in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Alan, I thought
I'm sorry, I said New Orleans.
Allen Parish, yeah, Louisiana, Allen Parish. So it's not far, and I've already reiterated they come twice a week, but he's still insistent on a bond, and he waived, so he don't withdraw.
Yeah, he wants a bond. He runs a business and he has no problem.
It's ironic because the business is partly how we got to here, because the bounce checks for 60,000.
Well, and he's planning to, he moved here and he didn't get notice that outstanding.
Has the warrant been open for 2 years, or did they just file it?
No, it's been open for 2 years. Yeah, 2024.
That's a problem.
Yeah, he just said he moved out here, but
Do you mind having that you go and bringing him out and then we'll talk, Mr. Booth?
I don't have a problem.
Hey, you want to talk to me while we're waiting?
Yeah, I can say that one.
Talk to me. What's your cost number?
259
Okay.
6090.
Okay.
Your Honor, upon this weekend, you have Mr. Riley, curfew. He understands that you're not gonna let him stay out all night, and like the ability to attend his prom.
Yeah, he can go to the prom, but I'm not letting him stay out all night.
I know not all night, the time will the court become.
When is the prom? When is it?
Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, midnight?
Experience.
But that's it. He's got to be home by midnight.
That's
Other the shoe. Cinderella, you know what I mean?
no, that's right.
Okay. Just for that one day.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, just let Ron.
Did you hear me?
Good morning, Mr. Bui.
Morning.
Do you speak English, sir?
Yeah.
Do you want to translate it?
I mean, I've communicated with him. He understands where the warrant is coming out. I mean, I didn't have a problem.
So you are wanted out of what parish?
Allen Parish.
Allen Parish, Louisiana, for worthless checks amounting to around $60,000. Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. If this had been a new case, I would be more apt to, but the fact that this case has been open for the last 2 years gives me grave concern for you and that you're not going to show up.
Not really. See, when they send.
Let's not, I don't want to talk about the case. I don't care about the case. My concern is setting you a bond and you just going and taking off as opposed to going back like you were supposed to.
No, I go take care of that after I get it. That problem.
And he has family here as well that are, that will assist with the bond and also ensuring that he's transported back to take care of it. He doesn't have any criminal history. He did not get notice of the warrant, else he's taking care of that. That's what he advised me.
Do you have any indication to know that he knew about the warrant?
No, Your Honor. But myself, just due to the age of the warrant and the significant amount that is owed over the course of 10 checks, along with the age, is that a state requested a reason.
I'm curious. I mean, this is more rhetorical, but I'm curious as to whether those checks were all written at one time or were they staggered?
They were staggered, Your Honor.
So, I mean, you know, they also, the recipient, unless it's from,
Well,
I
no,
guess,
that-
different.
That would make it worse, Judge, because if it was over the course of time, the first one was kicked back before the last one. And so there would have been knowledge that.
Well, but don't they also have, you know, a responsibility to do some diligence to see whether, you know, that was my concern as well.
Different candidates, you know, but that's fair.
Yeah. So what do you think about the bond? What amount?
State requested a reasonable bond be set in the amount of 20,000 due to those factors. But anything other than that, I don't, he does have no history that I can see. And so it's the only outstanding amount.
What do you think?
Your Honor, like I said, he is not a risk at this point. Even though the warrants are out.
Well, I'm going to set you a bond, but it has to be sufficiently high so that he knows that we're not messing around. I'm going to set you one, but they want 20. What do you think?
I think 5,000 would be good.
10,000 it is.
Yes, Judge. Oh, sorry. He needs to sign this. He needs to sign this.
Mr. Bui, I want you to understand something that I'm never going to do. I'm not going to do this again. You know, I give you one opportunity to do the right thing. If you fail to go turn yourself in Louisiana,
I'm gonna take care of it.
well,
Gonna get it.
just
Gonna get it.
just listen. If you fail to go turn yourself in, then I'm going to set your bond at 0. I'm not going to give you another one. And the next time we get you, I will hold you until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand? You have one opportunity. We give you, is 2 weeks.
Yes, Judge, 2 weeks. No,
We give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go to Louisiana. Do not wait until the last minute. As soon as you get out, you need to go there. You understand? Okay, has he already waived or did he?
He waived, he's withdrawing it right now. Judge.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and set it? Elena, do you want me to go ahead and set it now?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, guy. Well, I'm weak.
I'll stand up. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Elaine.
I'm putting them right. No. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, thank you.
Hi, Miss Henley. Just the last name of your client.
On this written.
Is this the gentleman that was with mom here?
Yeah.
She told me to approach you on bond conditions.
I was initially I was gonna say no contact, which is what we normally do on a second AFM, but I mean, I don't think that he has really. So we'll just do no harmful or offensive. I'm still gonna enter in the MOA. So, and let the family know that they need to communicate to him that if he violates it, he's gonna end up back in custody.
Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time just talking.
Okay,
Just now, and then I'm gonna reach out to Shaw, who's a social worker with, and she's also taught some about.
whatever you need. I trust you. Just, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just, I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you want to set, a month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever you want. Just, have you filed no threatening or harassing?
Right now.
Yeah, no threatening or harassing, no weapons. And then on the MOA, we'll take off the residential restriction and we'll take off the no contact. And then once he signs it, then you guys are good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have something on docket. Do you want me to wait?
No,
All right, it's 2611265.
2611-265 on,
She's a D.W.I. over 0.15, but her conditions don't say she needs an interlock. And I hadn't told her she was gonna need one, so she went and got one.
did the magistrate order one?
These were ordered by me,
By who?
by you, and on her first one.
Did she have alcohol in the car?
She had an open bottle, an old bottle in the back. I don't think.
Is this the one she had like a half drink bottle of, it was some kind of hard
She had
liquor?
4 flatted tires
No.
and was across 2 lanes of traffic on an access road. But she's over 0.15, and so that's why I thought that.
I'm not I don't care about the number unless it's like really like a 3 or something, but
It was,
my concern more is if there's alcohol in the car or, well, that's probably the main concern, that or a DWI second. Sean?
I'm trying to find out based on the connections to. Not seeing an open container in the car.
I just noticed, I watched the body cams, and I don't think the officers took it, that there was
I
alcohol.
didn't put an interlock on. I didn't put an interlock on,
Okay.
right?
You did
I
not.
thought you said I did.
No.
She thought you said you did.
And I instructed her that there was no.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So
You're good. Yeah, just, you can go tell her, take it on.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, do you mind signing some conditions for Mr. Sanchez?
Counsel, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Come on.
On Miss Angulet, Judge, NGO.
Okay. I think the only condition we did is no contact with the complaining witness. No going back. This is a mischief, right? Mischief? Yeah. Just no contact with the complaining witness, no weapon. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Ms. Jones, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Hey,
Hey.
Nolasco, come up. What say you, Miss Nolasco or Miss Jones?
Yes, Judge, we're here. Today we were supposed to be preparing to do his sober court plea, but my client, as of last night, has some concerns about that. So we'll just address the BVR, and I'll need an additional setting to discuss with him what he would like to have happen with his case, Judge.
So you tell me about what you got on the BVR.
Yes, Judge. I believe there were multiple. One moment.
I guess we have not gotten a hold of Mr. Nolasco sufficiently. Nope, stop. Go ahead, Ms. Jones.
Yes, Judge. So the last BVR that I'm aware of, Judge, was the March 28th. There was some kind of temperate event reported at about 4:10 p.m. and that alcohol was detected. Confirmation was received on the 30th of March, Judge. My client has admittedly had some difficulty during this bond with his consumption of alcohol, which is part of the reason why the sober court plea was what
Yeah. I don't know
this
about
point.
you, but I just think that this is now a fifth violation, Mr. Nolasco. And you're not getting it. Nope. Look, a fifth violation. Over and over and over again. Deputy, I'm revoking his bond. You are going to jail today. It's done. Stop. There's nothing.
I'm gonna.
You're going to jail. I'm sorry. It's a fifth violation, tampering with the device, testing for alcohol again, over and over. I'm not letting him go just because he's supposed to do sober court tomorrow. I think that.
If I may, Judge, this is part of this is a large part of the reason why sober court is the disposition for this case, Judge. They have the tools to address the bond violation, the conduct that's leading to these bond violations in a way that's not purely punitive in nature and also disposes of its case, Judge.
I agree with you, Ms. Jones, but due to the amount of violations, due to the fact that he's got two DWIs and he's 19 years old, I think that more intervention than just sober court is needed. And it is now readily apparent that we can't even go, not a short period of time with the violation. If I let him go now, what do you think is going to happen in sober court? Within a week or two, it'll just keep continuing. And so I really, really think something more has to be done than just sober court. I would say in light of all these violations now due to his age,
Okay, I'll reach out because he just completed the TRX last month. I'll see if there's an agenda or something.
see, yeah,
Okay, I'll reach out.
Judge, am I able to at least get us a relatively quick setting on his case? I'm
well,
not
it's
sure
just going to
what.
auto-populate tomorrow regardless. If you want, we can put it on for Wednesday, if you'd like.
Yes, please, Judge.
And then we'll go from there. I'd like to try to do an expedited addendum to see if they, in light of all these violations, whether they think that inpatient is more appropriate.
Yeah, Judge.
But it's violation after violation after violation. It doesn't matter. It will just keep continuing.
I understand, Judge.
Okay.
I understand the court's position, Judge.
Thanks, Ms. Jones.
Alrighty, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good morning, Judge.
Hey, bud. Okay. What are we doing with Mr. Joe?
Cap-Year-Old Joe, we were going to withdraw. That's what you said for bond forfeiture, but he paid us. We are not moving to withdraw. I spoke to the prosecutor in court this morning, and he needs to work on a restitution writ. I know he was
Where's Mr. Joe now?
His car broke down. He couldn't make it today.
Okay, I'm going to revoke his bond, and I'll set it at 5,001.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then I guess we'll see if he shows up tomorrow or whatnot.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, man. Have fun.
Have you excused?
Yep. Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Sir, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done.
Your Honor, I believe it's 10.
10 days.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, 10. It looked like 1. Sorry. I'm crazy. I looked at the slash mark. I guess that's that was one. It's 10 days in jail, sir. You're giving up the right to a trial, a right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it's ever like this. You can never change this. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you pick up another case, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you still want to go through with this?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm going to be very careful not to let that happen.
I hope not.
Oh, no, I'm good.
How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck to you, Mr. Williams. Guys,
My judge, back again.
On this Griffin.
on who?
Griffin.
Okay,
I'm sorry, my hearing.
that's okay. What say you on Griffin? You want a bond?
Yes.
I am very opposed, if you wanted to. This is one of those, I guess you just hear from the court, but if she's available to come out. But she's one of her 6 charges, fraudulent use of ID with a mask. Grand theft
Whoa. Fraudulent use
of ID with a mask. I don't
with
have,
a mask.
I know, it sounds like an aggravated robbery, but I don't have the underlying facts, but she has 58 pages of criminal history. So I felt pretty confident coming in without the affidavit.
15.
58 pages. So like I said, if she wants to come out, I can explain at least what she's charged me with.
You mind bringing her out?
That's fine. She don't know. She just wanted, what she wanted to go.
I mean, I'm happy to talk to her, but
That's
I'm not gonna,
fine.
yeah, okay, so just ask Edge to bring her out and we'll talk.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
I'll stand up. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Or-
Ms. Alfaro?
I used to.
Okay. Hi,
Good morning.
Carlos. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
On this line, so we have Mr. Ramirez Castillo.
Okay,
Laces Ramirez Castillo.
so do you speak English, sir?
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, I'm going to send you now for a drug and alcohol
Oh, he
test.
did that, Judge.
I already did.
He tested negative.
Okay. If you ever miss again, you will go to jail. I will never do this again. You understand? Okay. All right, Carlos.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day, sir.
Have fun, man. What was the last name again, please?
Griffin, Your Honor.
Good morning, Miss Griffin.
Good morning, Father.
I'm doing peachy. So, ma'am, you are wanted out of the state of Florida, Orange County specifically for, you said it's 6 charges, 6 charges of fraudulent use
Oh, no.
with a mask.
No, that's just the first charge. She's
Oh.
also wanted for grand theft, 3rd degree, scheme to defraud under 20,000, fraudulent use of credit card more than 2 times, and possession of stolen counterfeit credit card. And I don't have the 6th one on me. They only put the first one for some reason on the count. But the state would be opposed to a bond. She has 58 cycles or pages of criminal history. In the last 5 years alone, and this is going in ascending order, failed to appear for a burglary, possession of burglary tools, criminal mischief, and a grand theft from April 2021, August 2021, theft 755K, December 2021, anti-shoplifting, possessing an anti-shoplifting device, organized dealing.
Faster.
Organized trafficking, dealing trafficking, stolen property, grand theft 750 to 5K, theft 3rd, which resulted in conviction, FTA twice on a burglary with assault, theft 3rd, times 2, and a resisting from July of 2023. November.
Wait, this is just the last 5 years?
I'm still in 2024. I haven't started in 2025. Do you,
Should I set a bond?
I'm not the same person I used to be.
That was 1.5 years ago to 2 years ago. And how many is that so far?
I'm only up to 2024. She has 5 more cycles in 2025, resulting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 charges, 2 of which are out of county warrants. So she's a fugitive before within the past year twice.
Should I set a bond?
Yes, sir.
With all that? The only thing I want in this life is I want my streets safe. And when there are 58 pages of criminal history, that's a lot. Don't you think? At some point, we have to say when, because did you have anything that you wanted to add? Yeah, I just, you may say things, but paper tells us really who you are. And I'll tell you, Miss Griffin, it really scares me. So I really don't think if we were to set you a bond that you would show. So has she waived already?
She did. She waived on April 2nd. Pickup would be by April 17th.
Do we know that they're going to come
They are
together?
very much wanting to come together. I spoke with the coordinator, but I don't know if it's I don't know what the actual title is, manager, supervisor. But I spoke with the head. They want it.
Okay, regardless, we give them 14 days to come get you. If they don't get you within the 14 days, Harris County will release you. But you need to understand that these charges and the warrants out of Florida will always be there until you actually go back to Florida and take care of it. You understand?
Yes, sir. I was gonna take care of the on probation anyway, so I feel like it's taking probation with him.
Okay, just be careful.
Okay.
You get one life. You know what I mean? Sucks to always look over your shoulder. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ms. Griffin. Thanks. Oh, is this for Carlos's case?
Yeah, it's 170.
So your case is old. What's the last name again? It's Lace, page 8. Okay. Do you have an offer on this case? Carlos?
I believe we do, Judge.
Okay.
And today we were just worried about the DVR. We were brought in early for that, so we just.
Great. I'll give you a week, but it's a clear trial at that time.
Yes.
So if you guys are interested in the PTI, it's got to be turned in by that next week. And then we'll see. Is he approved or not approved? Or I mean, does he need a mitigation packet?
So she's not going to be off. Yeah.
Oh, is it okay,
It's
well, okay, so just let me know in a week.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks, Carlos.
Some jail release instructions that are in the pocket for.
I'll sign it for you. Just tell me to put it in.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Wait, Mr. D.
Yeah, Mr. Cobb, standing in for him.
Oh, you are? Okay, got it. Let me do this. Hey, what's up?
She didn't show, she was a separate bond.
Okay, we'll revoke it. 5,000. Louis, hold on.
Louis. On the jail, or not on the jail.
So, hey, top of page 21, 6001. Okay. Mr. D.
Need to, approach, fill the name of Mr. On a client, Dixon.
Correct.
Dixon.
So,
I understand that she's been gone a year. She informed me that she didn't know to come back and forth.
right, so we got to do something with this case. So, do you know when Carl can be back?
He's in Cancun now, so I would think that he'll probably be back this week.
Do we know when he's coming back?
You didn't say, Judge.
Do you want me to find out? I got his number right.
Do you mind? And then just ask him when he's going to come back and we'll set it for the day that he gets back here.
Okay.
And then they got to do something on the case.
Fair enough, yes.
Yeah. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Just the last name of your client, please.
Jiron Docket.
What's your cause number, please?
2611881.
Okay.
He is here today with his wife slash complaining witness. They have been married. He got we need a bond, Judge, because you allow walkthrough out.
Of course.
I hear.
Yes.
You've got the bondsman, the Burns brothers are always here for me. You know, John Burns.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't? Do you mind bringing, do you need a translator though?
No,
He speaks English, your client?
pardon?
Your client speaks English?
Yes, Your Honor.
Haran, come up.
Hey, the other way.
Hey, your CW is here, so.
Yes, sir. We spoke.
And the DA has spoken with her, Judge. She has indicated to them that she does not want a protective order. She does not want a no contact condition as part of the bond. They live together and have for about 11 or 12 years. And they have, how many children? 2 children. She obviously is the sole provider for his family. And
So
14
let's do probable cause real quick. So Mr. Huron, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
On March 22nd in Harris County, around 2:30 in the morning, officer dispatched a disturbance call. Complaining witness on scene advised that her and her husband had been drinking and began arguing. The defendant used both of his hands and pushed her to the ground twice, and struck her with an open hand on her face multiple times, causing pain. And the complainant advised that the defendant and her are married with 12 years and live together.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Huron, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be tested. If I find that you're using, I will revoke any bond that we put on you and you will go to jail. Do you understand? This is not a revolving door. You will not get PR bond after a PR bond. You endanger my public, and I don't care who the hell it is. I'm going to throw your ass in jail, and I'm going to put your bond extremely high. As much as I love him, I don't care about it. I will throw your butt in there. Do you understand? Yes, sir. I am going to issue a protective order because the protective order are things you should do anyways. However, at the behest, I will take off the residential restriction and will amend it to do no threatening or harassing contact. But what you need to understand, what is threatening or harassing is what she perceives. It's not what you think. I don't care what you think. So conduct, if I go like this, that in and of itself is threatening or harassing and can land you in jail in a moment's notice. Do you understand? The protective order identifies Ms. Hernandez as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. Do you understand? These are things that you shouldn't do anyways. And if I find that you do, and I don't care who starts it, I don't care how minute the argument is, I don't care whether it's about kids, I don't care whether it's about grades, I don't care whether someone pisses their pants, you do, I only have one place for you. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. So let's set a bond. What do you think is appropriate? What do you think is appropriate? What do you want?
Judge, I would ask that you give the PR bond if there is financial circumstances. I said he supports 2 children and a wife, and he's living with 2 parents that he's assisting. He's living in their house, but he's paying in rent to help them get along financially.
What do you think? All right, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. Mr. Huron, I want you to understand something, and I want you to hear me loud, and I want you to hear me clear. You will get tested for dope and alcohol. If you test positive, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I don't care what you're going. I don't care what you have going on. I don't care what party you go to. You use, you will go into custody. I don't care if she's using, you cannot use alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand? All right. I'll grant you your PR bond. I'll set the bond at $2,500. We'll have him sign the MOA. He's going to have bond conditions that he needs to sign first before he goes, so that no weapons and no threatening or harassing contact that will outlive. I guess, well, he'll sign it. You don't need to sign it. You don't need to do it, Sean, because since he can be monitored for alcohol, then we'll have him sign over there. All right?
Thank you, Good.
Have fun. Good luck, sir. Come on. Okay, are you ready? This is your client?
Yes.
All right, is it Keish? Keish, sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year. So he just signed for deferred on a continuous family violence. Is this the same complaining?
No, it's a different complaint with the trial.
Okay, put her on the phone second and let's go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
The one here, Your Honor, is minimal. My only concern is he has somewhere to go after this, if he does.
My concern more though is that when you put too much on an individual, they tend to just get so overwhelmed that they just
Right. So that's-
implode, so to speak. And here,
I understand, Your Honor. That's why when I spoke to the DA, I didn't want him to have like double conditions where, because we don't even know his conditions are for development. And he knows that because he has to do his TRAS. So I didn't want him to have.
so he has not done a TRAS there yet?
No, Judge,
How are they going to put him on a deferred up there and they're not even done a TRAS?
Specifically on May, March 5th, he was sitting in custody ever since. That time, he told the probation officer, or someone in the board, that he was homeless. So they haven't even provided him report instructions. They instructed him to report back to court, I guess, after this case was resolved.
I'm not ready to do this yet. I mean, I think that the first thing that we need to do is the TRAS to see what, I don't want to set you up for failure. And here you are in the last, month and a half, you've picked up 5 cases, 4 of them being, all of them being extremely violent. And we're just going to throw you out to the wolves on a felony deferred and now another deferred on an assault, and you're telling people you're homeless? I mean, it's a recipe for disaster because there's a ton of stuff that you have to do. There's a ton of stuff that you have to pay for. You have to go to all these meetings. You have to do probably community service, a bunch of stuff. How are you even going to get from point A to point B? You know what I mean?
What I told you, Your Honor, he was homeless because he was living with his mother at the time. And that's the CW in this case. So now he's saying he has another family relationship that he's going to live with.
Okay, great. But I first would like to do a TRAS to see what are the appropriate conditions that need to be, because something is going on with Mr. Kiche. I mean, for someone to pick up literally 5 cases starting in a span of just a couple months, something is going on. And I want the best thing to happen to you. I'm not just here to kill a case, to throw you out there with the wolves, because if you violate this thing, you're looking at a year in jail. You understand? It's not a joke. Not only that, if you violate on the case upstairs, you could be very well going to prison for up to 10 years. 10 years in prison. You have any clue what they'll do to you in our prison? It's a veritable nightmare in our Texas prisons. There's a lawsuit going on now just so they can get air conditioning. Just to get air conditioning when it gets up to 120 freaking degrees. Imagine what it's like being in a cage locked in with. So let's do this. Let's do an expedited TRAS. We'll set it off just a couple days, maybe like 3-4 days to see what they recommend doing with Mr. Keach, and then we'll go from there. But
Okay.
a felony defer this, and we don't know where he's going to go, how he's going to get the point. It's a recipe for disaster.
So
Thanks.
a 1 week, Your Honor, or?
No, I don't even think, do you think that, I don't know,
Okay.
you want to do this Friday? The latest Monday, but we can try to do it by Friday. It's just how busy they are, I don't know. But I want to do the right thing. And I think that this is just a recipe for disaster, really.
Right, we talked for a while because we. Right.
People will do anything and everything just to get out of jail without thinking of the long-term consequence. I know that you want to get out, but we want to do it so that you don't come back. Do you understand? So we need to set a real and good game plan, not just, okay, go, with the hopes that you get it done. You're what, 18 years old? 19, 21? Okay. Right. Without even the piss in. We need to sit you up. There's a lot of things that we can do, social services to kind of, all right? Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for being patient. Who's your last name of your client?
Lewis.
Okay,
Here for a reset. She has a job.
great.
She sent me emails that says, thank you, welcome to our team's time mark in Arlington. I don't know how you want me to show proof of that for it.
No, we'll just, as long as you're a lawyer, I trust you. I'm hoping that you'll recognize and
Yeah, she said, I've had multiple email background check, all that. Great.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just give you a normal reset.
Thank you, Judge.
For sure. Hey, can I borrow you for a second?
Yes.
Don't talk in the box. Can I show this to you?
Yes. Sorry. Did the paper? Oh, yes, sir.
I have a gentleman here that is trying to get a gun back. Apparently, it's not his, maybe like a brother, or I don't know. But it looks like there are two cases. There are out-of-county cases. One of them being a terroristic threat of a family or household member.
I'm confused.
Me too, because I don't know.
These are stemming from out of county.
No, they're.
Oh, they're from here. But you're saying in addition.
So, no. It looks like he may have been arrested on out-of-county cases.
Oh.
And they confiscated a weapon.
Oh.
And it looks like they're trying to get it back, but it may be the brother trying to get back the brother's weapon. I don't know. But I want you to see they filed this.
Okay.
And it's the gentleman over there. But I want you just to see it, and then I'd like your opinion as to what you think.
Yes, Judge. I'll need to find out stuff.
Take your time. There's no rush, but I don't know what happened on those other cases. But if there's an open case with terroristic threat,
even if it was disclosed, I want to check with them in the event that it is, because they wouldn't carry up the property. I'll check on that.
Thanks. Hi, Ruben. Just the last name of your client.
Varela Almanza.
You have a new case, right?
Is it, I don't understand your question.
You have it's a new case, right?
I definitely have a case. It's but you already dealt with one case. I'm dealing with a different, I'm showing for another attorney.
Okay, what's the last name?
Varela Almanza. Jail.
That makes it up. Okay. 2,410 days old.
Varela Almanza. So Judge Jacqueline, the office of Jacqueline Gonzalez, which I'm basically showing those counsel for, they did a training record, but it looks like the problem is that originally Marcos and Drogas office.
Yeah, it looks like Marcos. Mm-hmm.
And so then They didn't submit a
I see,
substitution. 'Cause-
no, but I see that you guys did an attorney of record.
Right, so I'm wondering, could we be attacked because it was revoked?
They need a motion to sub.
So,
Do you mind reaching out to her and letting her know that we need a motion to sub? And then I can roll it to tomorrow.
yeah, I could.
I mean,
I mean, I could
was-
tell her it's just that they gotta reach out to Rohit, to get the permission, to sign by permission. Because it was revoked. So that's why I was figuring like, usually we don't have to do that once it's revoked.
No. It's an open case. It's not an MRP. It's an open
Not
D.W.I.
cases, right?
No. It's an open case, right? It's not a capias.
I mean, I show the last reset was from 2021
A capias,
and now he's in jail.
a capias is meaning only a fine, right? Only a
No, I mean,
fine is due, so we
they
could,
They usually issue a KPS whenever it's like, okay, now there's a warrant out.
no.
They didn't put a warrant out.
But then, no. A capias is for money owed. So let's say we have a guy that pled on a D.W.I., time served, and then he owes 6,000 on the fee, and he has not paid the fee. We will issue a capias saying, hey, dude, you owe money. He's in jail, right? I can either satisfy it or I can make him sit now and do all 60 days worth of $100 that he owes per day. So this is an actual warrant because it's a D.W.I. He failed to appear.
What
So
about, it says alias KPS on the ones that's like,
I have no idea, but a capias is for money
well, I
owed.
just
not
mean
because of-
that his bond was revoked, right?
Correct. This is right.
Well,
So
that's what I meant.
it's an actual
But usually when the
open,
bond revoked, I know when with appointments, you can get another appointment without having to do substitution. That's what I'm saying.
this is an actual open case that's been in warrant status for 2,400 days. So we need someone to
just want
sub
to-
in, right?
That's
That's the
fine.
correct way of doing it. I can't have, right? If it was a capias pro fine where he would just owe money at that point, we'll either satisfy it or then we could do, but if he was on probation, right? Let's say Marcos put him on probation. At that point, yes, we would take him off because he doesn't stay with it. And then we would have you do the attorney. But here, it's an actual open case that never went away. The person never pled. He just took off and it was an FDA failure to appear. So that's why we need the motion to stop. You may even have it over there. And if you want, I can call Marcos now just to make it easier for you, just to get the okay for you.
Yeah, I
Sign by
mean, if
permission.
we could get, okay, I could sign for her. It's just, I gotta get to court 80. So I can.
It's up to you. I can roll it till tomorrow or you tell me what you want to do.
Man, if you could call and if you get the permission, then I'll sign it.
Hey, you represented a guy by the last name of Varela. You signed on back in 2019. He's been AWOL. Yeah, he's been AWOL since 2021. Looks like he just got picked up. So the case is 2,400 days old. I've got Ruben, they're struggling here, is trying to sign on, but they need to do a motion to sub. Can you sign by permission with you? Okay. Okay, thanks, buddy. All right, take care. All right, you're good.
All right, thanks.
Sure. Mr. Whitecotton, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. It looks like there was a felony assault that just got disposed of on March 30th. Stop. You have the right to remain silent. We know what we're doing. Don't need your help. Is this a refile of that case or is this an actual new case?
I see that they're the same, like witnesses. So, double check.
Looks like it was pled to 30 days on a misdemeanor, reduced from a second degree assault. So what happened now? Let's do probable cause.
On March 28th, 2026, officer was dispatched to Bush Airport in Harris County. Complaining witness 1 reported that the defendant was highly intoxicated. walked up to him and punched him before demanding money. A complaining witness refused, and the defendant attempted to walk away, pulling the complaining witness's luggage, but was unsuccessful. Officer detained the defendant and transferred custody and control of the defendant to a second officer, the second complaining witness. The second complaining witness stated that he began walking the defendant towards the exit to place him in a patrol car, and during that walk, the defendant sat down and refused to move. The second complaining witness then took his hands off the defendant, who then stood up and attempted to run away. Complaining witness grabbed him, pulled him back down to the bench. The defendant then began twisting his body and kicking his legs in order to make that complaining witness officer release him. The officer continued to hold the defendant by his shirt collar and jacket as he laid on his back, attempting to keep him from moving. While holding the defendant down, he was able to turn over on his stomach when he did. The officer put hands near his face, and the defendant bit down on top of the officer's hand, and the officer stated that he felt pain.
So which is ours?
So,
let's see, so that must have been, was the second degree the biting?
I believe so, Judge. And it does appear that these are the same. This is the same TNO transaction here.
So you're telling me that he gets charged with a second degree felony and he pleads guilty the next damn day? For real? Mr. Whitecotton, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, you were ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not using it. If I find that you do, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm going to protect my community at all costs. You put hands on anyone, I will put my hand all over your bond and it's not going to go well for you. You were forbidden from going to Bush Airport as well. You're not allowed to go back there. Do you understand? If I find, stop. I will appoint you a lawyer today, but if you go back to this airport, if you have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, I will revoke your bond and put you back in jail. We will give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer. At this point, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, they're going to try to use it to prove your guilt. You understand? Now's not the time. I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent you or to try to stop you from picking up a new case. If this means you not going back to Bush, then don't go back to Bush Airport. Do you understand? I will give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer, but we'll talk at that time. Vic, do you mind appointing a lawyer?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset. We'll have you sign your conditions and then I'll have you talk momentarily to a lawyer. We'll go from there. Come on.
Is that a scram or a Johnny?
Scram. Scram. Mr. D.
413 is when Mr. Carr's coming back to you on.
Okay.
On Mrs. Dixon.
So, 413. You got to come back on that day.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do I have any conditions until then?
Just come back.
No.
Just come back. Okay. We'll go through the list. Oh, I'm sorry, Martin, you're still there.
Yes,
Next
sir.
one, Gail, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry
hold
about
on.
that.
So last name is Hannah?
Yeah, the first one's Hannah. I did try to call to the holdover cell, but I didn't get an answer. But I mean, PC wise, I'm not.
Etch, you got Hannah back there? Can he call over there so he can talk to him? All right, try again, Martin.
Yeah, PC wise, I don't want to. I mean, there's nothing that I can challenge on it. So I'm sorry I'm not there, Judge. I had to leave.
Stop. That's why we have Zoom. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
Do you need anything or can we just?
No, I mean, I don't need anything, Judge. And Torres has out of county holds. I'm not on the fugitive list. I don't know if it came to me by accident, but I got 2 of his cases. I put it the newest one. I'll put the second one in there.
Okay, let me see.
I don't
Hold
need
on.
anything from you, Judge, on either case.
So you said you got Torres.
Yeah, I got Torres and I got Hannah.
Okay.
On
do you
Torres,
wanna
I got both of his
them?
cases. Yeah, on Torres, I got both of his cases.
Okay, yeah, I mean, hey, so he got Torres too, back, both in the holdover.
Oh, yes, Torres.
When do you want, Martin? Do you want a week?
Yeah, sure, that'd be great, Judge.
His felony 5-5. Did he want 5-6?
Do you want the day after the felony or do you want it sooner? What do you want on
Oh,
Torres?
for Torres? We could do
Yeah.
after the felony on Torres.
5-6.
Okay, 5-6.
Okay.
And then
And
on Hannah,
Hannah, we could do like 2 weeks on Hannah, Judge.
yeah, whatever you want. It
Let's
doesn't
do 2 weeks on Hannah, Judge.
April 21st through the 23rd.
The 21st is fine.
matter. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. My
Have
big
fun,
C's.
Yep,
Thank you.
got it.
Bye.
Okay, counsel, ready?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Hey, just the last name of your client.
Brown.
Brown. Okay,
Your Honor, I wanted to see if you would, remove the no contact and the bond condition.
why?
They see, company witnesses, his mother, and she's in the courtroom.
I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet.
Where's she? That's mom?
Yes.
You want to go? Okay, we're gonna have the state talk to her to make sure that she's okay with it and we'll go from there. Okay, so give them 5 minutes and,
Okay.
yes, okay.
I have another one.
Who's your other one?
White button.
Okay,
For that one, there is, urine test requirement, random urine test.
no, I didn't, well, I put a monitor on his ankle so we know he's not using.
Oh,
That's what we did. No, my concern is alcohol. I don't want him to drink. So we'll put, that way we know what's going on. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, of course. Yeah,
thank you.
okay, for sure. Ruben,
Hey, Judge.
hey,
Okay, so sign the documents for Varela.
Yes.
So he's
What do you want
in
to do?
jail, bail review.
do you want to reset for a couple days to check it out?
What do you mean?
Would you like to do with Varela?
What was the name?
Varela. We got to do something with it. Either he pleads, you get more time, you tell me. What would you like to do?
Judge, can I get a regular recess so that?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yeah, whatever you want.
And then we'll see if we just need.
He'll need bond conditions, so we need to bring him out to sign bond conditions. Does he have a license to drive?
No.
Okay, so I'm also going to put a GPS monitor if he does get out of jail.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And
right.
then no drugs, no alcohol.